bike back.
Right.
For real.
Right.
How do you know that's your bike? Simply because there's documents here. There's
paperwork
here. There's receipts here. You understand what I'm saying? That's showing and proving that that's my bike, and I'm here to claim it, man.
Right.
You have to give it back. So when you start hearing songs like Michael Jackson, hike me, kite me, and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Nah, you can't say that.
You can't say that.
When you hear
hate speech.
Puffy talking about getting paid or getting like the Hebrew.
Right.
You understand?
They want to mute the Hebrew.
They want to mute that.
Right.
You understand what I'm
Even
saying?
though we are the true Hebrews.
Exactly. So we can't even tell the truth now.
Right.
Not on record, not on television shows, not on YouTube.
Right. And what is, and again, because, and you know, I talk to my brother, Risa Islam, about this all the time, about certain things to where it's just a lack of understanding.
That's what it is.
Because we're not saying anything hateful. And that's the thing, when they want to put that on the minister, Farrakhan was saying, when even the term white devils or just devils in general.
Right.
But when he was really speaking about the people who devalue our communities and themselves, and that's really where the word devil comes from, and how he's speaking it. But
shut up.
They want to take the sound bites and say this is anti-Semitic.
Right.
And so how does that occur, and why does that occur? Is that great? Is that
up.
spiritual warfare? Or is that just truly just us just silencing each other?
That's the psychological, covert, meaning hidden war on the higher infinite power healing our people.
Say that again. Hip-hop is
higher infinite power healing our people. The higher infinite power healing our people.
It's
well, if it's higher, then it's going to vibrate
on that
at the highest chakra.
Yeah.
And we're going to connect. Sometimes, you know, you see your homeboy, you up in the club, the music loud, y'all can't talk, you like, you know.
Yeah. Or when it's about to go down, the energy, you know.
Exactly.
All right.
Right. So if it's infinite and it's the power that's in us because of who we are as a people, Elijah Muhammad said we're direct descendants from God himself. When that hit me, I'm like, I got relatives, but I got the big relative. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a descendant, maybe from this tribe, that tribe, and that tribe, because I look a little Ethiopian or Eritrean or Somalian.
Right.
I'm saying I'm connected to the source.
Right.
But because I'm connected to the source, we have a higher infinite power.
Right.
But we can take this power now to heal our people.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? And then delivering it that way, like the COINTELPRO, like those black organizations where they saw the Messiah coming up in the ranks. They says, no, we have to stop that.
J. Edgar Hoover said the most dangerous thing in America is the Negro, and when he bringing us together. So I want to touch on something too, where we have this problem within our community, and then obviously even beyond, the term God and defining ourselves as gods. Why is that such a problem, and why is that so taboo in our community? Because I know you do this as well. You speak about it in your books.
Right.
And even going back to the 5 percenters, the gods and the earths back then, why is that such a problem? Even all the way to brothers like Kanye, where, you know, even if his messaging can get misconstrued at times, but he was even professing, I'm a god, and our egos get to that point like, you ain't no God, I ain't no God. But ultimately, how do you define yourself as a God? And then why is that a problem?
I think the whole idea of having to define myself as a God is something that, you know, I don't necessarily want to wear on a T-shirt or a bumper sticker. I'd rather just be what the Creator created me to be. Now, let me ask just a couple of things so we can kind of contextualize this thing. You have an assignment, right?
Yep.
A life assignment.
Absolutely.
The Creator deposited in you everything that you need to be you. Right?
Right.
You ever get to that point where you're not feeling kind of like you?
Right.
So now you got to be introduced back to who? You. All right? And you got to be reminded of your assignment on this planet.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if the Creator, God, deposited aspects of the Creator inside of you.
Right.
The scripture says you're all gods, but you're a child of the Most High God. Sooner or later, you're going to grow up.
Right.
And be gods.
Yeah.
With a small G.
Yeah.
We ain't claiming the big G, just the small G.
Yeah, we're not saying we're the creator.
Exactly.
Right.
Everything divine in nature is within inside of you.
Right.
This is why when we talk about the law of correspondence, as above, so below, as within, so without, we can look at what we adorn the universe with, and it's right here.
It's all in us.
It's all in us. That's why we
what's
can
in
duplicate
the cosmos is inside us.
Exactly. And only thing we're saying is we're gods having a human experience called Griff and Nick.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Now, what your assignment is?
Right.
Some people refer to that as different things. That's your life path.
Right.
That's what you've been assigned to do. But the thing is, have you accepted your assignment?
Right.
When you find people dealing with this whole psychology of self-hate, rejecting themselves and their divinity and who they are, see, when we hook up, there's certain things that you and I don't even really have to discuss because the divinity in me salutes the divinity in you, and we good.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
And see, that's divine.
Right.
But you see, we can go back and study Greeks, Romans, European history, and they've called even some of the days of the weekend the months.
Right.
They call those people gods.
Right.
You understand? But we don't have no problem with that.
Right.
But the people that gave birth to civilization, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Yet we can't consider ourselves gods. I think there's a misnomer there, man, and it's like it's almost like
they don't want us to know the truth.
Back to that again. They don't want us to know who we are.
But even I want to go back to our community because forget they for a second.
Okay.
Why can't we accept that we are gods?
Because we've been brought down to the point where we look at one another as just mere niggas.
Right.
Plain and serious. But Wesley Muhammad said it best. The nigga got to die. I'm just gonna say it straight. The nigga got to die. Wesley Muhammad put it out because if the nigga die, and then now we can have this rebirth of the God.
Now let me play devil's advocate for a second.
And please do, but we have to define what devil is. It's the adversary of God.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and there's attributes to the devil. But go ahead.
Yeah, so let me go to the opposing
with the little
side.
with the little d.
With the little d.
All right. Go ahead.
So is that almost the same concept as eugenics, or even when we tap into W.E.B. Du Bois's aspect, because he was someone that was saying the black man has to rise above, and I don't know if it's the same term as like we got the nigga got to die, but is it that concept of saying, yo, I want a purer black man, or the black man has to understand that he is a god and the nigga has to die?
Well, let's
Isn't that same concept?
Kind of like the same thing, but let's clean it up just a little so the vast majority of our people can understand it. The Christians say what? You have to be born again.
Right.
So what happened the first time? Because God don't make mistakes. And all of them people running around in the Bible that never existed, never had Bibles. I don't think people
say that again. Say that again. Because really what the Bible truly is just God's experience or man's interpretation of his experience with his God. And stories and allegories.
And those allegories and stories and things were stolen from who we are as a people.
As a people.
Right. That's our history book, so to speak.
Right.
Someone else kidnapped us, knocked us upside the head, put us to sleep, stole our birthright, and claiming that that's them.
Right. So the story of which you know as Moses is really Mesis and an Egyptian tale. The story of Noah is really the poem of the tale of Gilgamesh and all of these things.
Right.
These all come from the motherland. But going back to what you were saying in that sense of who we are and who we define.